So let us consider one simple problem based on this trigonometric Fourier series. Let's suppose that there is a sawtooth signal which is given. I am drawing the waveform for it. Okay, so this is called the sawtooth waveform. And let's suppose the amplitude is 10. Okay, signal is xt, intervals are given as 2 pi, and so on. So the question is, you have to find the trigonometric Fourier series. Okay, so for this waveform, if you have to obtain the trigonometric Fourier series, so the first step should be to calculate all the three coefficients, that is a0, an and bn. Okay, so for this you need to have the mathematical expression of this signal, so you can obtain it easily by using different equations of line which you know. So this mathematical expression will come out something like this. Okay, so for 0 to 2 pi, xt will be 10 upon 2 pi times t. Okay, so the expression for the trigonometric Fourier series I have already written in the previous slide. I am writing it again. N equals to 1 to infinity, then an cos n omega naught t plus bn sin n omega naught t. Okay, so first if you have to calculate a naught, then a naught will be 1 by t, 0 to t xt dt. So this t, which is the time period, so it can be seen from the waveform that the time period is 2 pi. So you just put the value of 2 pi instead of t. Okay, then you put the expression for xt, which is this 10 upon 2 pi times t. So 10 upon 2 pi times t dt. Now you just have to solve this simple integral. You will obtain its value as 5. Okay, next calculate the value of an by using its expression, that is 2 by t integral 0 to t xt cos of n omega naught t dt. So again put the value of xt, put the value of t. Okay, so this will be 2 upon 2 pi 0 to 2 pi 10 upon 2 pi times t cos of n t dt. Okay, because omega naught will be equal to 1, because omega naught is 2 pi upon t, so t is also 2 pi, so 2 pi upon 2 pi, that will be 1, so that is why omega naught is 1 here. So cos nt times dt. Again you have to solve this integral. Okay, so you will get its value as 0. So you have to solve this. I am just writing its value. Then bn will be integral 0 to t xt sine of n omega naught t dt. So it will be 2 upon 2 pi times 0 to 2 pi 10 by 2 pi times t, then sine of nt dt. Okay, so it will come as minus 10 upon 2 pi. Okay, so obviously you will need some mathematical knowledge to solve this integral. Okay, now when you got the value of a naught, an and bn with you, let me just write down whatever values we have obtained. We obtain a naught as 5, we obtain an as 0, and we obtained bn as minus 10 upon n pi. Okay, so we have to substitute these coefficients, that is a naught, an and bn, in the expression for this trigonometric Fourier series. Okay, so when you will put all these coefficients, then xt is a naught, which is 5. Now since an is 0 here, so that means that this part will be 0 in the expression. Okay, so only this part will be present because we have only with us the value of bn. So now it will be minus n equals to 1 to infinity 0 plus 10 by n pi sine of nt. Okay, so 5 minus 10 by pi sine t minus 10 by 2 pi sine twice t minus 10 by 3 pi sine thrice t, and it will be so on. So for different values of n, okay, like 1 2 3 and so on, you will have the expression like this. Okay, so this was one simple problem based on the trigonometric Fourier series. Now the next thing which we have to discuss is the conditions of symmetry. Okay, so there are different kinds of symmetries which are present in a signal. You know that any signal can be an even signal or it can be an odd signal. Okay, so let's suppose if there is an even signal, and you know that for an even signal xt, it will just be equal to x of minus t. Okay, so if we know from the waveform of any signal that it is an even signal, then the calculations are somewhat simplified for the Fourier series. So in case the signal is even, then the coefficients will be obtained in a different manner. This is due to the properties of the integrations. So if this signal is even, then you can use this relation, that is bn will always be 0 for the even signal. That means you don't have to calculate the value of bn every time. If you know that the signal is even, then you can just directly use bn as 0. Okay, and a naught and an expressions can be modified in this way. Okay, so these are derived from that original expression which we had seen earlier. Okay, so you can also use that relation as well. Okay, similarly, uh, now I think we had already discussed that in the first unit that what is this even signal. So just by looking at the waveform, you can also tell whether the signal is an even signal or an odd signal. So let's suppose that this is, if I draw a signal, let's suppose that this is a signal which I am drawing here. Okay, so this is an even signal. So it is very easy to identify the even signal because it is symmetric about this y-axis. The signal on the right hand side of this y-axis is just the mirror image of the signal on the other side. So that is why this signal can be termed as an even signal. Okay, so there can be numerous examples for the even signal, like this signal as well. This is also an even signal. This is a triangular waveform. Okay, so again this is symmetric about the y-axis, so this signal is also even signal. So in case of even signals, we can have the relations for a0, an and bn in this way. Similarly, there can be other types of symmetries as well, like if the signal is an odd signal, or we can call it as that odd symmetry is present in the signal. So in the case of odd symmetry, you know that this condition has to be satisfied, that is xt should be equal to minus of x times minus t. Okay, so again by looking at the waveform, you can tell whether the signal is an odd signal or it is not. So let's suppose I draw this signal. So this is one signal. Okay, if let's suppose that this is xt. Now this signal is an odd signal. Now why it is an odd signal? The reason is simple, that the waveform on the right hand side or any one of the side is just the opposite of the waveform on the other side. So this is anti-symmetric, you can also say this is anti-symmetric about the y-axis. So those signals which are anti-symmetric about this y-axis, they are called the odd signals. Okay, so again there can be many examples of odd signal. Let us draw one more type of odd signal. This can be one more example of an odd signal, that is the signal on the one side is just the mirror anti-symmetric or opposite of the other side signal. Okay, so this is also called as an odd signal. So in case the signal is an odd signal, then in that case a0 will be 0, an will be 0, you just have the value of bn with you. Okay, so bn can be calculated as 4 by t integral 0 to t by 2 xt sin n omega naught t dt. Okay, so in this way the coefficients are modified. Okay, one more type of symmetry condition that is taken generally is the half wave symmetry. Okay, so in half wave symmetry, generally xt is equal to minus of x t plus minus t by 2. So I will just draw the waveform, and from there you can understand very clearly. Okay, so let us suppose that uh, this is a waveform. Now in this waveform, let me just first mark its period if it is t, and now this is t by 2, this is minus t by 2. So if you look at this waveform, the waveform from minus t by 2 up till 0, that is this portion, is the opposite of the waveform from this 0 to t by 2, isn't it? That is this part. Okay, so these type of waveforms, and you can also see the relation for this, that this also have to be satisfied for this. So uh, for those signals for which this relation holds good, that means those signals or those waveforms are called the half wave symmetric waveforms. Okay, so uh, these half wave symmetric waveforms can be either uh, even and odd. Now if the waveform is half wave symmetric, then a naught will be equal to 0. Okay, and an equals to bn equals to 0 for even values of n. Okay, and if the values of n are odd, then an can be calculated as by using this relation. Similarly, bn can also be calculated by using the relation integral 0 to t by 2 xt sine n omega naught t dt. Okay, so these two are for odd values of n. So from here you can see that if the signal is half wave symmetric, okay, then a naught equals to 0 always. Okay, you don't have to calculate a naught, you just write a naught as 0 because the signal is half wave symmetric. And an and bn are also 0 for even values of n. Now this is an important thing. That will mean that the even components in the Fourier series will not exist if the signal is half wave symmetric. Okay, because for even values this an and bn are also 0, so there will be no term. So we can also say it like that: if the signal is half wave symmetric, then only odd harmonics or odd components will be present in the Fourier series. So with this much we stop today, and we'll try to solve some problems on this trigonometric Fourier series, and there we will also try to utilize this symmetry conditions as well. So overall 3 different symmetry conditions you have seen: the odd symmetry, the even symmetry, and the half wave symmetry. So this is all for today. uh, the problems will be discussed in the next class. Thank you very much.